Alright everyone, sorry for the late start. Welcome to St. Joe's Baseball and Marauder TV. Right now, we're in the top of the second inning. The score tied at 0-0. Right-handed starter for the St. Joe's Marauders is Alex Stepchinski, number 9. He's a senior. He pitched a scoreless first inning, and the Marauders offense responded with a similar score in the bottom half of the inning. This is the top of the second inning, with Orchard Park up to bat. The pitch from Depchinski is a ball, 1-0 for Orchard Park. The next delivery, swung on, hitting to left, it's a grounder, it's a single. Orchard Park has one on to start the inning. Depchinski checks at first. OP gets back in time. Another check, safe again. He's ready, he fires. It's in there for a strike. Depchinski looking in, ready to fire again. He throws back to first for the third time this at bat. Another check over. That's 4 checks in this at bat. Well, he's thrown to the batter just once. Another long look in. And he finally goes to the plate and he gets a swinging strike from the batter. The count's at 0-2. He fires. It's high, ball 1. The pitch, ball 2. 2-2. Another check over to first. The OP player is getting his pants dirty. Now the runner takes off. The throw to second, and they got him. Depchinski's work finally pays off. The runner takes off, and the catcher guns him down for the second out. Pardon me, that's just the first out of the inning. I was getting antsy after all the pitches from over to first base from Depchinski. Now the third batter of the inning. The first pitch. It's inside for ball one. Now Depchinski, no, it hit him. The ump says it hit him, and now the batter is on first base. OP replaces the runner that was recently thrown out. Depchinski's looking in at the runner on first base. A swing and a miss. When Depchinski does go to the plate, the batter just can't seem to find it. The runner looks like he wants to take off. He stays. The bunt. Third baseman charges. Fires to first. And he's safe. The runner takes off to third. He's safe. The ball's thrown away. It's in the outfield. The OP runner comes home. And the runner on first, the guy who bunted the ball, is granted third as the ball's thrown away. What a wild play. Depchinski suffers some bad luck as his team boots the ball. So a runner on third, one out, and a run scores for OP. A couple errors on that play. First baseman Will Carlone couldn't handle the ball, and then he threw it away. It was a tough play to start, but it's not ideal to just give the other team a run. Depchinski fires. It's in there for a called strike. Another pitch. This one's up high for ball one. At least now Depchinski has the luxury of facing the runner. Now he might not check over so many times. Pitch. It's swung on, missed again. If my count's correct, then Depchinski has induced 4 swings and misses on 4 swings. Another pitch, the 1-2. It's ball 2. The 2-2. Outside for ball 3. The full count pitch. Here comes the payoff. And it swung on and missed again. Depchinski notches the strikeout. That's a second out, and that's a huge out for Depchinski, as his defense had been throwing the ball around, not able to get some outs. He does it himself, getting the strikeout, and the full count pitch nonetheless. A runner still on third. The new batter. Depchinski's working quickly now. It's called strike 1. The 0-1. It's up high, ball 1. Now Depchinski recently won the St. Joe's ping pong tournament, so he's quite an athlete. He came in first place among 30 participants, defeating teacher Mr. Cook in the finals to win the golden ping pong. His third pitch is a ball. Depchinski has played baseball for all 4 years. He's been primarily a pitcher. He stands 5 feet 11. The fourth pitch is a ball. Now he takes his cap off in some frustration as he's not getting calls. The 3-1. And he walks the batter. He's not too happy about that. Some unforced errors from Depchinski in the first inning as he hits a batter. Then he gives the batter first base on balls. Now there's 2 men on with 2 outs. OP threatening again. The first pitch called strike. That's been the case. He's been getting first pitch strikes, but then he's loading up the count with balls high and outside. The 0-1, nope, he throws over to first. That's his 6th throw over to first in this inning. Now the pitch, it's hammered into center, but right at the center fielder, Capilupo. Capilupo grabs it for the final out, and we're heading to the bottom of the second. We'll be back after this. And we're back as the pitch to the first batter of the bottom of the second is swung on and missed. St. Joe's is up to bat. Now, second pitch. The ball's in the zone. It's called strike 2. Now, the batter takes an ugly swing. He misses. Now he's down on strikes. 1 out. The ball was in the dirt, but the batter dug at it as it was 0-2. He just missed. The catcher tagged him out for the strikeout. This one's skied into the air. It's an infield pop-up to third base. The shortstop gets it, and he drops it. And the batter stays at first, but the shortstop just dropped it. Maybe it got caught in the wind. There's considerable wind today. But that gives St. Joe's an opportunity when there should have been 2 outs. The defense hasn't been exactly sterling today for either side. It's led to some opportunities in the first two innings. Now the thrower to first, not in time. The runner gets back safely. Now the pitch. It's in the zone. Strike one. This one's way in the dirt. Catcher blocks it 1-1. Batter looking for his signs. Oh, a quick pitch over to first. Batter didn't have much of a lead, so he gets back safely. To the plate. It's hit. Right back to the pitcher. The pitcher, he's hurt. Did he catch it? Looks like it lined the pitcher. And the team's coming over. This doesn't look good. He went down immediately. The trainer's coming on. Josh McTeague is the pitcher. He's a senior. He's 6'2", 170. He's had an efficient game so far, limiting the St. Joe's to obviously 0 runs. The umpires confer. They're going to let him have some warm-up pitches to see if he's still fit to play. It looks like he's staying in. So it appears that there are 2 outs. I was not able to catch whether the pitcher caught it or not, but I believe the batter went back to the dugout and he's out. Here's a pitch. It's inside. Another delivery over to first. The runner doesn't have much of a lead. He gets back in time. The ball swung on, and the shortstop boots it again. It was a tough play, but that's his second mistake this inning. Now St. Joe's has two men on. The batter steps in. The pitch. It's in there for a called strike one. Looks ball one. Wind up the pitch. Called strike two. St. Joe's has had a lot of called strikes against them, whereas Orchard Park has swung at almost everything and they missed. They've either missed or they've hit it for good contact. Now this pitch is in the dirt for ball two. So it looks like McTeague's okay for Orchard Park. He doesn't look to be having any difficulties as he fires another pitch. This one swung to third base. They get the tag at third base to end the inning. And we're heading to the third inning. See you then. Welcome back to the top of the third inning, where Orchard Park is leading St. Joe's 1-0. And it looks like we have a new pitcher for St. Joe's. Out goes number 9, Alex Stepchinski. In comes senior number 14, Patrick McCann. So 2 inning stint for Stepchinski, and he's out after allowing 1 run on a couple of errors, a hit by pitch, and a walk. And this one's hit in the right. And the batter's satisfied at first. He's on base for a single. Nick DiCarlo, the St. Joe's right fielder, hustled over and gave a pretty good throw to the cutoff man to hold the runner at first. But not a good start for number 14, McCann. He throws over to first, continuing the trend that Stepchinski started, who just mercilessly attacked the first baseman, Will Carlone, with checks over to first base. To the plate. And this one's in the dirt, and it gets away. The runner takes second. The runner's considering third. Nope, he holds up. So a runner on second base for Orchard Park. No more checks to first base. Oh. Another pitch in the dirt. Now it's 2-0. The catcher comes to the mound to meet McCann. He's having some problem finding the zone, or often finding too much of it. Another pitch down low. Now it's 3-0 for the batter. at first base. The runner's back in time. Now here's the pitch. It's high. Advantage, batter. 2-1 count. Sorry for a bit of technical difficulties. This is our second game of the season broadcasted. We'll be broadcasting most of the home games. Right now, St. Joe's is not in interleague play. They're in the Monsignor Martin, so they'll be playing other private Catholic high schools such as Timon and Canisius. Now the pitch, the 2-1, it's a called strike, so 2-2, it evens the count for McCann. He hasn't been super wild, but he has thrown it over the plate a little too much, resulting in a pretty rare for high school double, long double. Could have been a home run if it was a little left or right. The batter hit it pretty much to dead center field. Now this pitch is hammered into the foul netting behind the plate. It's still 2-2. St. Joe's expects to be a contender in their league this year. They've made it to the championship the last couple of years. Now McCann checks over to first base again. Carlone's been super busy at the cold corner. Now the 2-2 payoff. It's in the dirt, 3-2. A pivotal pitch here. 2 men on, full count, 1 out. St. Joe's losing by 2. It's about halfway through the game. We play 7 innings in high school. Runners take off, but it's ball 4. Bases loaded for Orchard Park here in the 3rd inning. The connection of the stream should be stronger now. So if you've been experiencing some difficulties, those should lighten up. Now the first pitch to the new batter. It's a called strike. Good start for McCann. He's facing a righty, which is advantage to the pitcher. If it's a righty on righty or lefty on lefty matchup, then the advantage is to the pitcher. But if the pitcher is facing an opposite-handed batter, then the advantage is to the batter. Now the pitch. It's down low, 1-1. McCann deals. It's high, almost hit him, 2-1. Now the pitch. It's swung on, fouled back, so that's a big gain for McCann, as now it evens up. He's a strike away from getting out of the inning, relatively unscathed. Batter and pitcher are ready. Pitcher deals, and it's down low. So full count, bases loaded, one out. Another big pitch from McCann. Another pitch. This one swung on, missed. McCann sends that batter down swinging. Two outs. That's huge for St. Joe's. Now they're just one out, one play away from getting out of the inning. A pitch. Another swing and miss. Two in a row for McCann. He's heating up on this cold day in Buffalo, New York. He deals. Another swing and a miss. Three in a row for McCann. He's looking like Depchinski. McCann's ready. The 0-2, they're just one strike away. A swing and a miss. St. Joe's is out of the inning. 2-0 OP, but could have been much worse for St. Joe's. We'll be back in the bottom of the third inning. St. Joe's has a chance to strike back. Now the first pitch, the bottom of the third, strike to a St. Joe's batter. That's another strike. Swing and a miss, a little bunt attempt gone awry. This one's in the dirt, ball one. Another identical pitch in the dirt. Josh Mateague's still in there. He got hurt, or looked like he got hurt a couple innings ago, but he bounced back to record a couple shutout innings. This one's bounced on the ground to the third baseman. He charges, doesn't fire it over to first, and St. Joe's batter is on the base paths. Quick throw over to first. Runner safe. The runner is Santino Torello, a junior, and he fakes taking off. The catcher pumps but doesn't fire. Number 27, Vincent Capilupo at the plate. As the pitcher, Mateague fires another throw over to first base, but the runner's back again. Capilupo. He takes ball 2. Another throw over to first. Runner back in time. That's been the theme of this game. Throws over to first. A little bit of action, but not compared to the last game that St. Joe's won 20-4 over Rochester-based Aquinas. This pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. That game featured a mercy as St. Joe's defeated Aquinas after 4.5 innings, as they were up 20-4. This game is much closer, even in the opponent's favor. Now that's ball 3. The cold weather today has maybe tamped the bats down, as has good pitching, as another throw over to first base is unsuccessful. Now a big lead for Torello. He doesn't take off. This one's swung, fouled back. Strike 2. Now Capilupo hits this one down the third base line, but foul. A battle between Capilupo and Mateague, lefty v righty. One man on. Another thrower to first base. Runner back in time easily. He takes a quick lead. Will he take off? Nope, he stays in place as Capilupo fouls another pitch back. The pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 4. Runner takes off. He's safe. But he's called out. He went off the bag and he is called out. And pardon me, that was not ball 4. Otherwise, the runner would have been safe automatically. But the runner's thrown out. That hurts. The St. Joe's needs base runners. Perhaps the thinking was that the bats won't get going in this cold day, so take the chances you can get, take some risks. But it didn't pay off that time as Capilupo drills this one into the center. He stays at first, but a good hit. So he replaces the runner who just got thrown out, except with one more out. Pitch. It swung on, swung through and missed. Oh, 0-1 to St. Joseph's slugger, Will Carlone. He's had a ton of action at first base. Perhaps that'll help him in his plate appearance. He takes ball 1. Carlone drills this one into left center. And the left fielder doesn't make the catch. It's down for a base hit. Capilupo's into third. Carlone's into second. Carlone delivers a huge hit with one out. That'll put runners on second and third. Capilupo could have scored, but he didn't know if the left fielder could make the catch. It just bounced out of the fielder's glove. Capilupo had to wait to make sure it wasn't caught. Now St. Joe's is in business. A single could score two runs. This one's high. Ball one. Things are looking up for St. Joe's. Batter takes strike one. This one is sent on the third base line, but easily foul. That's strike two. Now the 1-2 payoff. It's hit into right field, shallow right field. The fielder makes a play on it. Capilupo tags. The throw is way offline. Runner scores. Carlone moves into third. So 1 run scores for St. Joe's on that sacrifice fly. But now there's 2 outs and a runner on third. So that's a productive out for St. Joe's. They'll take it. Might not have been the flashiest, but it got the job done. Especially on a cold day with a tough pitcher. Need those runs. Now the pitch. It's swung on. Hammered into center. It's in between the center fielder and right fielder. Center fielder dives. Can't make the play. Right fielder gets it. Throws into second. It's a double. Carlone easily trots in from third. So St. Joe's ties it up at 2 apiece. They're getting the bats going. The balls are just finding their way to the grass in the outfield. Center fielder made a nice play, but he didn't quite have the extension to reach it. The right fielder couldn't do anything. He got the ball through in a second. Now here we are. The pitch. This one swung on. It's into left field. It's a grounder. Runner races home from third. The plate, no play. Pitcher gets it, throws to first base, but the runner is safe. That's a base hit that'll score a run. Now St. Joe's takes the lead 3-2 as the runner scores from second base. And he's replaced by a runner on first. So St. Joe suddenly has a lead, all in this inning. Now the first pitch to the new batter, it's a ball, so 1-0. Another pitch, ball 2. The 2-0. The batter looks at it for strike 1. The 2-1. It's in the dirt. Ball 3. The pitch. And he walks. So some good plate discipline for St. Joe's extends the inning. Two men on, two out. St. Joe's has scored 3 runs this inning, looking to keep it going. Number 35, Josh Mateague, has a conference with his catcher. No pitching change incoming. Number 3, Nick DiCarlo, the lone sophomore on the team, steps into the plate. He takes a pitch, he checks at it, check down a third, it's a ball. He did not swing. Another ball, as that one's inside on DiCarlo. Another pitch, it's now low and inside for a 3-0 count. Another walk would load the bases with 2 outs. Another 3-0. It's in there for called strike 1. Looked like DiCarlo was taking the whole way, as he was just hoping for a call to get him on base. Now throw to second base. The runner's easily back into second. I think the pitcher, Mateague, just wanted to check on him, make sure they're not cheating. All the runners have fairly conservative leads. As the pitch is over his head, the catcher catches it, but nonetheless it's a walk. And that'll load the bases with 2 outs for St. Joe's. Now it looks like a pitching change could be coming. No, just a conference. The coach comes out, as well as the catcher. The Orchard Park bullpen does have someone warming. Looks like a right-hander. Number 7, Griffin Dietrich, a junior. But he stays in the pen. Mateague stays on the mound. Now St. Joe's has a bases packed, 2 outs. Maybe the biggest moment of the game. They could break it open with 1 swing. They take called strike 1 to start out the at-bat. The 0-1. It's called strike 2. This is not looking good for this at-bat. 2 straight strikes. Mateague's been inconsistent, but overall has pitched okay. He's starting to break down. Another pitch, it swung on, fouled. Still 0-2. This is swung at and chased. He misses. Inning over. Nonetheless, St. Joe's takes a 3-2 lead. Does leave the bases loaded, but I think St. Joe's will take it today. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to St. Joe's Baseball. We're in the top of the fourth. Patrick McCann stays in the game for the Marauders. His first pitch of this inning, it's a ball. McCann rebounded after a tough third inning to get a couple strikeouts, or just one strikeout, but to end the inning, he got a couple swings and misses that were critical in holding Orchard Park to a 2-run lead, and that allowed the St. Joe's offense to bounce back and score 3 runs in the top of the third, or in the bottom of the third inning. Now the 1-0 pitch from McCann is way outside, 2-0. Like Orchard Park pitcher McTeague, McCann has been inconsistent, but overall hasn't pitched too bad of a game. He's been wild at times, but has also found the strike zone in critical moments, inducing swings and misses from important batters. He gets an iffy called strike on the outside corner. Count moves to 2-1. Another pitch, swung on, missed. 2-2. That swing looked like the swings of the last couple batters that McCann faced. Now the 2-2. It's skied into the air in the infield. Second baseman has a beat on it. He makes the play. And that's the first out of the inning. That'll help McCann gain some confidence. There's 1 out's already away. Orchard Park made an error on a similar play a couple innings ago that gave St. Joe's an opportunity. It's important to get those easy outs. First pitch is a ball. Number 24, Cade Dick, made the play for St. Joe's, the second baseman. The pitch is a called strike. The batter thought it would hit him, but it came back to the strike zone for strike 1. Another pitch that did nearly hit him. 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch in the zone for called strike 2. The 2-2 pitch from McCann. Swung on, head to third. Third baseman makes a play. Fires over to Carlone at first. Out. A nice play by the third baseman. He charged the ball, efficiently transferred it, and threw over to first. Carlone made a good catch at first. 2 away for McCann in the top of the fourth. He pauses. Looks into the catcher. Now he's ready. The pitch. Down low, ball 1. The delivery from McCann. In the dirt, ball 2. Last batter was a 2-0 count, but then McCann bounced back for 2 straight strikes. Let's see if he can do it again. The pitch. It's a called strike. The batters are just taking from McCann. They're forcing him to throw strikes, and he has done so when he's needed to. Another 2-1. Another called strike. And just like last time, the count's at 2-2. Advantage to St. Joe's as there's 2 outs. delivers. This one's grounded to third or to shortstop. Shortstop makes a play. Out. The inning's over. See you in the top or in the bottom of the fourth. St. Joe's up to bat. or at second base, is Vincent Capilupo. And actually at third base, he was blending in with the dugout. St. Joe's has another runner on, so bases loaded for St. Joe's. They're threatening yet again. Now the pitch. Oh, it's hammered. This could be trouble. It's in the left. Did he make that catch? The left fielder just made. It doesn't appear that he made it. No, the the shortstop stepped on second. It's unclear whether he made the catch or not. It was a very close play. It, it appears as if the umpires ruled that he caught it. And the double play would make it 2 outs as the shortstop stepped on second base. No, just one runner, so it was a sacrifice fly. The runners on second and third tagged up. One scored. Now the runner from second moves to third. And St. Joe's scored a run on that play. It wasn't out, but St. Joe's scored a run on the sacrifice fly. So now there's runners on first and third as the runner on first did not tag up. Now the pitch from Dietrich. It's hammered into left again. And it bounds over the fence. It's a ground rule double. A run will score. Now there's runners on second and third. So St. Joe's is rounding into form. It only took half the game. Let's see if they can produce some of the run scoring output that led to a 20-4 victory over Aquinas. The first pitch. It's inside, ball one. Pitch from Dietrich. It's inside. Called a strike. 1-1. Now the third pitch is swung on and missed. The count goes to 1-2. St. Joe's is threatening with runners on second and third. They're already up 5-2. Let's see if they can add any more damage to the scoreline. Batter takes second ball. 2-2. Now Dietrich delivers. This one's grounded. Dietrich makes the play. Throws over to first base. There's the second out. Dietrich looked off the runners on second and third, so they don't advance. That was a good play by Dietrich. Just acted as if a strikeout. His runners do not advance. Now up comes number 13, Connor McKendry for St. Joe's. McKendry is a senior and is arguably the tallest player on the team, rivaling Will Carlone and Will Hearn. He stands 6'2". He swings on and fouls it off. 1-1. McKendry hits it to the third baseman, who fires over to first. And the first baseman drops it. Both runs will score, and it's in the dugout. So McKendry takes second. So a shaky throw and a failed scoop will allow 2 runs to score as the runner from third was going on contact. He scored. The runner on second was also going on contact, and the errant throw allowed him to score as well. So St. Joe's takes a commanding 7-2 lead. And they still have a runner on second with 2 outs. Little errors have cost Orchard Park in this game, from a drop pop-up to that errant throw and catch. Now it's 1-1 as a ball and a foul. Dietrich has thrown strikes, but not quality strikes, it appears. St. Joe's hitters have been all over him. Batter takes for ball 2. The pitch is swung on right to Dietrich. And Dietrich caught it. What a play by Dietrich. He made 2 nifty defensive plays to make up for some not great pitching. And that'll be a 3rd out. So the runner on second is erased as the inning is over. Now we will head to the top of the 5th inning. St. Joe's takes a 7-2 lead, scoring 4 runs in this inning. We'll be back after this. Now we're back with St. Joe's Baseball on Marauder TV. The St. Joe's Marauders are 1-0 on the season, mercying Aquinas in their first game at home. Orchard Park, as the batter takes ball 1. Orchard Park is 3-2 overall. They are ranked 64th in New York State and 3,022nd overall according to Max Preps. They're 2-2 in league play, and they haven't looked quite the match of St. Joe's, as St. Joe's has taken advantage of a couple costly errors by Orchard Park. And Pat McCann stays in for his 3rd inning of work. Alex Depchinski worked the first 2 innings, giving up a couple, but then McCann came in, and Depchinski gave up 1. McCann has also given up 1. So they both worked relatively quality innings so far. And that's allowed the St. Joe's offense to put up 7 runs in just 4 innings. Another pitch, it's ball 4. McCann walks the first batter of the 5th. So 1 man on and nobody out for the Quakers. Interest, interestingly, both teams wear maroon and white. So St. Joe's is wearing the home white, and the Quakers are wearing the away maroon. McCann bounces one. That's 2-0. McCann's thrown over less to first base. The first couple innings were just throw after throw to first base. But now he's settled in. He hasn't thrown strikes this inning, but the last couple innings he's shown the ability to hit the zone. He uncorks one. This is rung foul down the right field line. That's a strike. Batting is number 25, the first baseman, Tom Evans. He's a senior. He stands 6 feet 5 inches, 200 pounds. The largest player on either team. He blasts one into center. Capilupo has a beat on it. It's in dead center. At the warning track. That's caught. Capilupo makes the routine play for the first out. That was hit hard though. If it was pulled, it could have easily been out. Home runs are rare in high school baseball. Only a couple per team every year. But when they happen, man, do they look good. That one looked like it had the potential, had the sound to accompany it, but it just didn't have the carry. Perhaps on a warmer day, it could have gotten over the fence. A pitch from McCann with one out. This one is hit into right, just over the second baseman's glove. That's a single. So there's 2 men on for Orchard Park. McCann's given up his fair share of hard contact, but overall, he's had a pretty good job. He's done a pretty good job today. And there's a mound meeting. Appears he is being lifted. The pitcher from the bullpen comes in. McCann, it looks like he's being allowed to stay. The infielders retreat, and McCann remains on the mound. Perhaps some strategy with 2 men on. Pitch from McCann. Swung on, missed. The ball just seemed to disappear before the batter's eyes. This isn't a great matchup for McCann as the batter's a lefty. McCann's a righty. The batter, Zach Mecca, the catcher. He's a senior. He's 6 feet tall, 170 pounds. He swings through another one. 0-2. So some quality pitches from McCann after that mound meeting. Perhaps he can bounce back to erase the runners. McCann readies. He fires. This is fouled down the first base. It's a fair ball. Carlone steps on first base. Runners are able to advance, so no double play, but 2 outs. Runners on second and third for Orchard Park. A productive out for the Quakers, but they are down 5. They think they'd like some more base runners and less outs. McCann delivers. It's in there for a called strike. Some action in the OP bullpen. Another pitch. This one's hit to third. It's into left field. Throw goes to third base. Cut off. Run scores for the Quakers. That's a base hit. So runners on the corners for the Quakers. Score a run, but still down by 4 runs. Another mound meeting. This could be it for McCann. It looks like it's just another plain mound meeting. Nobody coming in from the St. Joe's bullpen. In fact, it looks like nobody's warming. No, in fact, number 19, Gabriel Hayek, comes in for St. Joe's. He's a junior. He's 6'1", weighs 210. He's getting his warm-up pitches in. Not a hard thrower, it looks like, but he's hitting his spots. So the third pitcher of the game for St. Joe's, Depchinski worked the first 2 innings. McCann worked the first 2 innings, or the next 2 innings, and he works into the 5th inning, but fails to get out of it. He gets 2 outs, so he works 2 2/3, but he leaves Hayek with some trouble. Runners on the corners. Orchard Park at bat. Number 8, Blake Harlock. He's a pitcher and outfielder. He's a senior. He stands 6 feet tall and he weighs 180 pounds. Hayek looks in. Looks over to first. Carlone's ready. Batter's ready. The pitch. It's a ball, but close to the plate. Not a bad start for Hayek. Hayek set. A 1-0. High 2-0. Another pitch. Another pitch high, and it's 3-0. The 3-0 is high. So that walks the batter, gives him first base on balls. Now the runner from first moves into second base. Still a runner on third. Bases loaded. Hayek has not helped himself, throwing 4 straight balls. Still 2 outs though. Pitch. That's inside. The 5th straight ball. That's 1-0. A home run would tie it, however unlikely that may be. So Orchard Park is within striking distance of St. Joe's, with just this inning and 2 innings to go. And that hit him. That'll force in a run. Hit him on the back. He takes his base. That walks in a run. And that just adds a run. So Hayek has failed to hit the strike zone, even get a single strike. The catcher visits. He's visiting with his coach. He's peppering the area around it, but just can't get it in the zone. Perhaps he's afraid of throwing it over the plate and it getting hit for extra bases and then a couple runs, but he'll need to throw it in the strike zone eventually. Orchard Park has shown a pretty discerning eye over the course of the game. Hayek trying to find the strike zone for the first time. He gets it. It's 0-1. It'll look to be on the outside part of the strike zone, but nonetheless, that's a strike. 0-1 for Hayek. Swung on and missed. That's 2 straight strikes. One of the called variety and one of the swing and miss type. The 0-2. And he got him looking to end the inning. Orchard Park leaves 3 men stranded. Hayek manages to get out of the inning with just 1 run allowed. And so St. Joe's retains a 7-4 lead and they have 3 innings of offense left. Orchard Park only has 2. We'll be back after this. So we're back in the bottom of the fifth inning. St. Joe's at bat. Griffin Dietrich, number 7, remains on the mound for the Quakers. His first pitch. That one's lined into right. The right fielder makes the easy snag. And there's one out. Dietrich looks like he's going to be working a while, and that's a good way for him to start out. One pitch, one out. First pitch, next batter. Called strike on the outside corner. Next pitch. Another called strike. Dietrich is dotting the corners. The 0-2. This is weakly swung at and missed. So Dietrich dismisses the St. Joe's batter for the second out. First pitch to the next batter. Capilupo. Capilupo grounds out weakly to second base. He makes it close. The second baseman bobbles it, but gets the out. That's the quickest inning we've had yet. It took a total of about 3 minutes to retire St. Joe's, and we're on to the 6th inning. A great inning of work for Dietrich. And we'll be back for the top of the 6th inning. So we're back for the top 6. That's a quick start. A ground out to third base for on the first pitch. So just like the bottom of the 5th, Orchard Park is down 1 out early on a quick grounder to third base. Gabriel Hayek is back after working 1 out last inning. He walked a tightrope, walking in 1 run, but eventually getting the final out. This pitch is high and outside for ball 1. So that counts 1-0. Hayek threw a couple balls, more than a couple, more like 6 or 7 to start his last inning of appearance, but then bounced back to throw some strikes to end the inning. Now another pitch makes it 2-0. This one is a called strike. Hayek delivers. Called strike 2. The 2-2. This one's grounded to second. Second baseman K. Dick makes the play. Throws over to Carlone at first for the out. So 2 gone, no base runners for Orchard Park. They're down to their final 4 outs. The difference of this game has mostly been the defense. St. Joe's has made efficient defensive plays, whereas Orchard Park has dropped some routine plays and not made the 50-50 ones. And now that's a big swing from Orchard Park slugger, number 25, Tom Evans. He's a first baseman. But Hayek gets a swing and miss out of him. The 0-1 pitch. This one's a called ball. One to Evans. High. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. This one is cracked to center. Capilupo races in, makes the play. That ends the inning. Orchard Park's down to its final 3 outs. St. Joe's has 2 more innings left to bat, so we'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back to St. Joe's Baseball. Right now, we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Griffin Dietrich is still on the mound for Orchard Park. He induces a swing and miss to start the inning. Dietrich worked it rapid 5th inning, bottom of the 5th inning, getting 3 outs very quickly. He looks to do that again as he looks to get his team back at the plate. Carlone gives this one a hack. It's in right field. The right fielder makes the play. It nearly got out of his glove, but he makes it. So 1 away for St. Joe's. Some insurance runs sure would be nice. Number 24, the second baseman, K. Dick, steps up to the plate for St. Joe's. He's made a couple of fine defensive plays this evening. He gives this one a hack. Another first pitch swing for Dietrich. Another first pitch out. He is a machine as this one goes to dead center field. Center fielder makes the routine play. Number 7 is just mowing down St. Joe's batters. but it won't matter if his team can't get 3 runs in their last inning. Another pitch. This one's taken for a called strike. Another pitch. He works quickly too, does Dietrich. This one's foul. Quickly 0-2. Dietrich might not throw gas or get many strikeouts, but he certainly has gotten St. Joe's to get out. This one's put on the ground to the shortstop. Shortstop fires. Over to first base. Out. That's a third out, and Dietrich works another quick inning. He has been phenomenal so far, but his teammates need to pick him up. They need to score 3 runs. Top of the 7th, right after this. So we're back in the top of the 7th inning. St. Joe's looking to hold on to a 3-run lead. Hayek is still on the mound for his 3rd inning of work, although he only worked 1 out in the first inning. In his first inning, rather. He throws a called strike first pitch. Off to a good start. Another called strike. Hayek is dealing right now. The 3rd. That's outside. Ball 1. Ump calls ball 2. Count stands at 2-2. The pitch. This one's fouled back. He stays alive. Hayek 2-2 payoff. Called strike 3. Hayek dismisses the first batter for the first out. 3 called strikes in that at bat. Wild to start. Hayek has rebounded to throw many strikes. The first pitch to the next batter, another called strike. The day has gotten progressively colder. It's about 40 degrees with 15-mile-per-hour winds, although the winds have calmed down a bit. As the next pitch is a foul, 0-2. The 0-2. Hayek delivers. That's way outside. 1-2. Hayek's 1-2. This one's down low. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Hayek. Called strike 3, and that's 2 straight strikeouts looking for Hayek. So Orchard Park's down to their final out, needing 3 runs against a pitcher who has just sat down 2 in a row. He hasn't even needed his defense so far in this inning. Let's see if he can do it again. Another called strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Another called strike, and Orchard Park is down to its final out. Or its final strike, rather. Hayek's ready. He wants the batter to step back in the box. The batter complies. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Game over. As that's the third out. That will end it. St. Joe's will not come up to bat in the bottom of the 7th, as they don't need to. The game is over anyway. So St. Joe's wins over Orchard Park by a score of 7-4. Pitchers Depchinski, McCann, and Hayek each pitched a couple of innings, all fairly effective. And the game is now over. St. Joe's is 2-0 on the season. Orchard Park drops to 3-3. So for Patrick Healy, thank you for listening to Marauder TV, St. Joe's Baseball. See you next home game.